What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel. Now, before we get started with today's video, the road to 200 subs has now come to a close, and we are now on the road to 500 subs. Who knows, maybe we might hit 500 subs within the next couple of weeks, which is basically the end of the year. Only time will tell. But as I have said in previous videos, if this channel does get to 500 subs, I will open up this Korean LOB booster box in its entirety on the channel that I got from my partners at Collector Store. So be sure to check them out. Link and address will be in the description below. By checking them out, not only does it support them, it also supports the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. On the hopes to potentially pull a Blue Eyes White Dragon, a Dark Magician, a Red Eyes Black Dragon, a piece of Exodia, Monster Reborn, Pot of Greed. Excuse me. The possibilities are out there. However, if this channel gets to 1,000 subs, I will open up this first edition Toon Chaos box in its entirety on the channel that I also got from my partners at Collector Store, on the hopes to potentially pull a collector's rare out of this set. But it wouldn't be the first time that I pulled a collector's rare, because I also pulled this. Freshly pulled out of my Genesis Impact box opening that I did earlier this year is a collector's rare B-Cup from the Underworld. This thing is absolutely beautiful. Woo! Oh! Well, there goes PSA 10. There goes the PSA 10. But the centering on the back is a bit off from top to bottom. And after I had just dropped it, it seems as if it can still go for a PSA 10. Oh yeah, definitely, it can still pass off as a PSA 10, but I haven't gotten the chance to get this card graded at all as of late. But with that being said, if you guys want to see those boxes get opened, maybe you guys want more episodes of WWE's Biggest Issue. Maybe you guys want more episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue. Deck profiles, card discussions, WWE topic videos, or maybe, just maybe, you guys want some premium live event predictions and results. Well, if you guys want all of that and more, my channel is the place to be. So if you guys are new to the channel, and I know that a lot of you guys are new, because I've been checking out the analytics on my brand new random iPhone, that a lot of you guys have not subscribed to my channel as of late. So if you guys are new to the channel, literally check this out right there. 92% of you guys have not subscribed. So if you guys have not done so already, make sure you guys subscribe to that channel. Turn on the notification bell. Smash that thumbs up button on this video, and make sure you guys are following me on all of my social media. My ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It'll also be in the description as well. And I want you guys to post in the comments below answering the question of the day, which ties with today's video, which is this: which Arc 5 archetype do you guys want to see get new support in Legacy of Destruction? Let me know down in the comments below, because for today's video, since we are on the topic of Arc 5, it appears that Zuzu Boyle is getting some brand new Melodious support. Yes, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, wait a minute, Melodious, it's a bad archetype. Yes, I completely agree. It is a bad archetype, but for some reason, Konami thought that it's a good archetype, and it has the potential to become a meta deck. Literally, Konami actually believes that, which is insane. But pretty funny. So there are only, I believe there are only 5 cards to talk about in this video. I believe, let me take a look here. Let's see. Yeah, so there are only 5 cards to talk about in this video. But honestly, it's all good. I'm not gonna complain. But without any further ado, let's get straight into it. Kicking these off, we have Refrain, the Melodious Songstress, which is a 4-star Light Fairy Pendulum with 1600 attack, 800 defense, and pen skill is 1. The pendulum effect is a once per turn, but both of its monster effects are also once per turn. And the pendulum effect says you can target one Melodious fusion monster you control, send 1 Melodious monster from your deck to the grave, and if you do, the targeted monster gains attack equal to the said monster's level times 200 until the end of this turn. So basically, this is sort of like Xyz's unit, if you will, where your Melodious fusion gains extra attack for each level, basically times 200. Where as opposed to Xyz's unit, or I guess number 62, Galaxy Eye's Prime Photon Dragon, basically it's for each rank, if you will. But that I have to admit that's not bad. Although to be fair, the pendulum scales can technically get hit with imperm in the worst way possible, being put in the imperm column, which is kind of cracked if you ask me. But the first monster effect says if this card is normal or special summon, you can add 1 Melodious monster from your deck to your hand except this card. The second effect says if a Melodious fusion is special summoned to your field while the card is face up in your extra deck, you can place this card in your pendulum zone. This is essentially your Stratos for the entire deck. This is probably the best. This has probably been the first time that the Melodious archetype has gotten a Stratos card, if you will, and that first effect is essentially Stratos. There's really not much else to say about it. and what's kind of crazy is that if you use this card to fusion summon, and this card is face up in your extra deck, it gets put into the pen scale, and it's as if you never lost the card to begin with. So in a way, you're kind of plussing quite a bit off of this, just off of this one card alone, which is actually kind of cool. But next up, we have Couple, the Melodious Songstress. I believe that's how it's pronounced. Couple. Yeah, I believe so. Excuse me. Couple, 5-star Light Fairy Pendulum, 1200 attack, 2000 defense. The pen scale is 9. The second pendulum effect is a once per turn, and both of its monster effects are also once per turn. The first pendulum effect reads, you cannot pendulum summon monsters except light monsters. This effect cannot be negated. Second effect reads, if you control no face-up non-Melodious monsters, you can add 1 Melodious spell trap from your deck to your hand. Basically, spell trap Rhoda. Not much else to say about that. Let's see here. The first monster effect reads, if this card is added to your hand except by drawing it for your normal draw, you can reveal it. Special summon a low 4 or lower Melodious monster from your hand or grave. This is essentially your cyber ref system for the whole deck, which is actually kind of cool, because if you were to summon to special summon Refrain, then you can just pop off from there, and your end board. I mean at this point the end board could be literally just about anything. Anything with how many fusion monsters that this archetype has. Who knows? Who knows? Let's see here. The second effect reads: if a Melodious fusion is special summoned to your field while this card is face up in your extra deck, places the card in your pendulum zone. So basically, the second monster effect is the same as Refrain's second effect, which is actually kind of cool. So I believe Couplet and Refrain, you can use them to summon now pretty much any Melodious fusion. Let me take a look here. Yes, I know, guys. I know what you're thinking. What's with the iPhone? Yeah, apparently AT&T decided to stick it up our asses with our phone bill. Why? I don't know. I don't know, guys. They just... I don't know. But... okay, apparently it's not gonna let me. So, let me go here. Okay. Give me a second, guys. I'm trying to log in and... using an iPhone is going to take a lot of getting used to, you guys, so I do humbly apologize. So we'll go... deck. Pick this one. Okay, Melodious. Here we are. Okay. So aside from... okay, so there are... so originally there are three Melodious fusion monsters that the archetype has. There's Bloom Prima, Schuberta, and Bloom Diva. So I believe, as far as those two pendulum monsters go, Schuberta and these next two, and this next one that I'm going to talk about only requires the only requires the fusions. Only requires the two random materials, if you will. And this one is one of them. Spectacular Bach or sorry, Bach Bacha? It's Baka the Melodious Maestra, which is a 7-star Light Fairy fusion with 2,500 attack, 1,800 defense, and requires 2 Melodious monsters. So it's... so, in a way, it's pretty straightforward, if you will. And let's see here. Let's see here. The first and third effects are both once per turn. The first effect says, if this card is special summon, you can special summon. You can special summon 1 Melodious monster from your deck. All right. Second effect reads, your Melodious fusion monsters activating effects cannot be negated while you control this fusion summon card. Third effect says, if this card is sent to the grave, you can target one Melodious monster in your grave, except this card, special summon it in defense. In a way, it's kind of like Monster Reborn, but with the first effect, it's on special summon. So if you were to activate Monster Reborn, excuse me, on this card, especially if it's in the graveyard, you essentially literally have more monsters on board just by using that effect. I get it. It's a really bad archetype, a pretty gimmicky one. But but let's be real. I don't think that this archetype has the potential to be meta. I doubt it. But we'll just have to wait and see. But next up we have Flowering Etoile, the Melodious Grand Choir, which is an 8-star Light Fairy fusion with 2800 attack, 1500 defense, and requires 1 Melodious Maestro monster and 2 Melodious monsters. Yeah, it's a bit too conditional if you ask me. The first effect is a once per turn, which reads as a quick effect, you can banish any number of Melodious monsters you control until the end phase. Then you can return up to that many face-up cards your opponent controls to the hand. Basically, this is Compulse. This is basically Compulse on steroids. Not much else to say about that. The second effect says, if this face-up fusion summon card in its owner's control leaves the field by your opponent, you can special summon 1 Melodious monster from your deck or extra deck except this card. So in a way, this is a bit of a disruption, if you will, because you're able to bounce everything, damn near everything, back to your opponent's hands. Literally deal 2800 damage to your opponent. And if they're able to somehow remake their board, then you're pretty much just off to the races from there, and you can still you can still just pop off from there over and over again, which is actually kind of cool. But again, I'm not too gun-ho, if you will, for this archetype. But the last new card to talk about in today's video is Melodious Concerto, which is a normal spell, and both of its effects are once per turn. And the first effect reads fusion summon 1 fairy fusion from your extra deck using monsters from your hand, field, and or pendulum zone as material. Second effect reads, if a Melodious fusion monster is sent to your grave while your card is there, even during the damage step, you can place this card on the bottom of the deck, then draw 1 card. This is basically another form of polymerization, if you will, for the entire archetype. But again, I'm not too hopeful for this archetype, but again, it's possible, but I highly doubt it. But with that being said, guys, that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel, and I know that a lot of you guys are, and you guys want to see more card discussion videos in the future, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on all of my social media. My ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It'll also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.